Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are shoutcasting a tournament that JediTheeGrey, something like that, did participate in on Sylph, and it is a Holiday Cup tournament. So if you want to go ahead and get a sneak peek at what trainers are running for the Holiday Cup, you can check the link in the description down below to the tournament, and you can see all the trainers' teams and what they're using. Now in Sylph tournaments, you do pick a team of 6, and then you bring 3 Pokemon with you. So it's a little bit different than Go Battle League, whereas you go in blind. But we're taking a look at his team. It's Stunfisk, Altaria, Dewgong, Vigoroth, Wigglytuff, and Alolan Marowak. So really powerful Pokemon. In fact, these 6 are probably between the ones I would choose. Maybe Frostlass over Dewgong, but other than that, I think these are basically the ones I would choose from that I really like. So I don't know if you want to go ahead and get an idea what trainers are running. You could definitely check that tournament link. I do recommend doing that. So maybe you could decide what you want to run for Go Battle League once the Holiday Cup begins. But yeah, in Sylph tournaments, you do play 3 rounds no matter what, and it's a best of 3. So this tournament was 4 rounds, and this trainer did dominate that tournament. So let's see how he played with his team and what exactly happened. So right now, we do see an Alolan Marowak against an Alolan Graveler. I do think Alolan Graveler will also be pretty common for the Holiday Cup. So another Bone Club coming out from the Marowak. And switching into Wigglytuff, out comes Skarmory. So Skarmory going to be able to wall Wigglytuff pretty well, although it is pretty low. So this Wigglytuff is going to allow the Sky Attack to come through, able to take it. And yeah, I mean, trying to get to the Ice Beam, able to get to the Ice Beam. This should be enough to knock out Skarmory, unless if we see a shield. We do see a shield. Skarmory hanging on. So the opponent is out of shields. In comes Alolan Marowak. Will the Marowak shield this? This is going to do it. No, not going to shield it. Going to save the shield for that Alolan Graveler. So out comes Alolan Graveler. Going to shield the Alolan Graveler attack. Can this Marowak get to a charge attack before Graveler can? Yes, it can. Barely hanging on. Barely able to beat this Alolan Graveler and take game 1. But that is amazing. Able to knock out Alolan Graveler. That was a tough game. Nice call, not shielding that Skarmory Sky Attack. I think that was a really good play. But yeah, able to win that one. So jumping into still round 1, but game 2, we do see Stunfisk in the lead versus Skarmory. Huge matchup. It looks like this Stunfisk is running Mud Shot instead of Thundershock. Totally fine. So going for the discharge, this discharge going to connect. Skarmory switching out into Shift Tree. Out comes Vigoroth. Vigoroth is definitely having a field day, although you do have to watch out for the high damage that Shift Tree does provide. It's going to be able to... Oh no, a Body Slam coming out. So it might shield this Body Slam and go for the Leaf Blade, or it might just allow... Okay, going to shield this Shift Tree, going to be able to get to a Leaf Blade. Vigoroth opting to shield. Can the Shift Tree get to another Leaf Blade? I was not counting myself. Oh, gonna be close. No, not able to get to another Leaf Blade. So Vigoroth able to take that. In comes Skarmory. Now, Skarmory does resist the Body Slam and double resist Bulldoze, but the counter damage is absolutely going to add up. Plus, Vigoroth already did its job. Body Slam is adding up as well. Vigoroth going to go ahead and go for another Body Slam. Look how much I'm actually able to beat Skarmory, so that's huge. In comes Alolan Graveler. That Vigoroth went to town. What do you bring in? You could really bring in anything. I mean, this game is pretty much as good as over. Going for the Mud Bomb. I think Graveler can survive it, but it might shield. Not going to shield. Actually, it can't survive it. Wow, I thought it could survive it. Totally wrong about that. Okay, so winning round 1. But still going into the 3rd game, because you do play 3 games in Sylph Arena tournaments, even if you win the first 2. Although the last one, if you won the first 2, it doesn't really count, but you still play. Anyway, they both swap, Skarmory and Stunfisk. This is a beautiful matchup for the Stunfisk. Stunfisk is resisting every move coming from Skarmory. Sky Attack and Brave Bird, which is probably the moveset you'll see, but it also resists Flash Cannon should an opponent be running that. So Stunfisk absolutely going to be able to really wall it. Just charging up, just charge up to what? Close to max, maybe? Maybe max energy. Going to be able to take this Sky Attack just fine. And continuing to charge up, throw in the discharge. The Stunfisk still has another discharge ready to go, or another Mud Bomb ready to go. Going to throw the discharge against Vigoroth. Fantastic play. This Stunfisk already did what it had to do. Plus, it's getting off more damage. Can it get to another one? No, the Body Slam is coming out. You might as well let the Stunfisk go at this point. It did what it had to do. So Stunfisk is going to go down. bring in Vigoroth farm down, or do you bring in an Altaria? Going to bring in that Altaria, okay. In comes Shiftry, out comes Vigoroth. This is as good as over. Going to go ahead and pick up a shield, most likely, from the Body Slam attack. Doesn't matter either way. Yep, going to get the shield. Vigoroth does not have to shield, although it could. It does decide to shield. Okay, it does decide to shield. Nice shield. Going to be a Leaf Blade. Can Vigoroth farm down? No, another Leaf Blade coming out. Going to take this one. So basically, the Vigoroth had to shield one and had to take one, I guess. And going to be able to farm down the Shiftry. Nice. And in comes their own Vigoroth. Body Slam coming out. This has to pick up the last shield unless the opponent gives up. Nope. Oh, yeah, they're not going to give up, but it does pick up the shield. Going to get to another Body Slam and be able to take... Well, he already took round 1, but going to be able to take round 1 3-0. Beautiful. Beautiful. But let's jump into round 2, see how the next round goes. So it's going to be Stunfisk into Alolan Marowak. Okay, so they both have moves that deal super effective damage to each other, right? Bone Club from Alolan Marowak, Mud Bomb. But Mud Bomb is doing more damage because it's a better move. And they both get to the moves really fast. So it looks like that Marowak took the attack and then switched out into Vigoroth. Vigoroth is going to be hit with this discharge. Will we see a switch from the Stunfisk? They might switch. Yeah, they're going to switch into Alolan Marowak to catch the Body Slam. I'm pretty sure this caught the Body Slam. Beautiful switch. Yep, able to catch the Body Slam. The thing about Vigoroth is it can't really damage Alolan Marowak unless if it goes for Bulldoze, right? Bulldoze is super effective. It's not enough to KO, but it is super effective to Marowak, but that's the only move that can really touch Alolan Marowak, being that it's a Ghost typing, right? It double resists Body Slam and counter. So... yeah, just going to be able to farm down now. Another Body Slam. It's not going to be a Bulldoze. Going to be a Body Slam. Able to take that just fine. Took multiple Body Slams and counter attacks. And Marowak is still pretty healthy, just under half. In comes their own Marowak. This, I don't know, this could be a Shadow Bone. This could be a Shadow Ball. It's going to be a Shadow Bone, so nice shield. This Alolan Marowak going for the bait, going for the Bone Club. Even though it's a bait, it's still going to be super effective. And picking up the shield, nice shield. Now it looks like he's going for Shadow Bone. Able to get to the Shadow Bone. Nicely done. I thought the opponent's Marowak would have gotten there first. But, okay, picking up the shield. Getting the defense drop as well. That's pretty huge. Do you let the Marowak go? Yes, you do. So Shadow Bone will KO it. Yeah, okay, so going to go ahead and bring in the Stunfisk. Stunfisk is going to go straight Mud Bomb. This trainer still has a shield, and they still have Wigglytuff in the back, so we'll have to see what the opponent brings in. Going to bring Alolan Ninetales. Okay, so we see another Charm user, but this Charm user is going to be hit with a Discharge. You probably Discharge and bail, unless you think you can get to another one. Yeah, they're trying to get to another one. Can they make it? Oh, not able to make it. Oh, they switch. They switch, actually. They literally have like 1 or 2 HP in the back because they probably were afraid they would not make it. I would have switched a little bit earlier, but that's totally fine. This Wigglytuff is going to be able to farm down and just take the game. So the game is over anyway. So really well done. Really well played as well. So we do see Alolan Marowak as the lead into Alolan Ninetales. Beautiful matchup. That has Charm. Marowak is resisting it as well as dishing out super effective damage. In comes Altaria. Marowak switching out for Dewgong. Brought the right counters, right? So bringing in the Dewgong now. Dewgong going to be able to take a Sky Attack really well. And just probably charging up, charging up quite a bit of extra energy. Not going to farm down, a little bit too risky. The Altaria might have gotten to another Sky Attack or farm down the Dewgong. So able to knock out the Altaria, really well done. And trying to get to another one to just debuff it. Okay, bringing in that Stunfisk. Not only will this debuff the Stunfisk, but it will also dish out super effective damage. So, yep, super effective damage, plus the attack fell. The charge attack coming out from that Stunfisk. Let's see what happens. They're not going to shield, and Dewgong goes down. Okay, so what are you going to bring in now? It's probably going to bring in that Stunfisk, because then you'll have the Marowak against the Ninetales in the back. So yeah, this Stunfisk is going to be able to win. So Stunfisk, I already know what's going to happen. I didn't watch the video, but I could tell what's going to happen. So the opponent's Stunfisk is going for a charge attack. This Stunfisk will shield it up. Going to be a Mud Bomb. Obviously, I mean, it makes sense. Switching out into Ninetales. Now out comes Alolan Marowak. This Marowak just going straight Bone Club. You might as well. We might see a shield. Yes, we do. So now this Marowak going to go ahead and go for the Shadow Bone. This is going to do more damage. And after the Shadow Bone, you could just farm down with Fire Spin. No, the charge attack coming through. Just let it go. Right? I mean, I would just keep the shield. Going to keep the shield. Psyshock is enough to KO, and then Stunfisk farms down. But this Stunfisk not only has a shield, but has more health. So this Stunfisk is going to be able to win. Really well done, and able to win that game. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next game, see how it goes. So it's going to be Wigglytuff versus Altaria. Beautiful matchup, winning all the leads. So Altaria is going to bail into Galvantula. Out comes Alolan Malwax. Super fast switch. Very well done. So a charge attack coming through. Alolan Malwax going to allow it to go through. Going to be that lunge, going for the bait, but Alolan Malwax not going to fall for it. Going to go ahead and go for the Bone Club. This Bone Club, will it get a shield? I mean, Malwax is debuffed. It will not get a shield. This Alolan Malwax should be able to take the discharge and farm down, I think? Question mark? Yeah, can take the discharge, and it does farm down. Okay, so I was correct about that. And in comes Altaria. Can't get off the Shadow Bone, unfortunately, but has the Wigglytuff. So this Wigglytuff is just going to easily farm down, able to take the Sky Attack just fine. Oh, going to shield Sky Attack anyway, not wanting to take that damage. Okay. So now going to go ahead and farm down. Has a lot of health with 2 moves ready to go. So going to go ahead and go for the Play Rough just to add chip damage onto the Malwax. It does resist it, but I mean, it's adding damage, right? So going to go ahead and switch into this Stunfisk. So Stunfisk has to watch out. I mean, it's going to be taking some decent damage. Okay, going to go for the Shadow Bone. Now this Stunfisk is going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb. So this Mud Bomb is going to be shielded. I mean, the opponent has to shield both of these attacks, but it shouldn't matter. I mean, Stunfisk is able to take a Shadow Bone and a Bone Club. So going to go ahead and go for another Mud Bomb. This is going to get the shield. Maybe if the opponent pulls like a switch to catch a Mud Bomb, we'll see. I don't know what their timer is at. But going to be Flame Wheel. Okay, going for the Flame Wheel. I like it. So this Mud Bomb coming out. This will be enough to KO the Alolan Malwax for sure. No doubt about it. So this Alolan Malwax goes down. And that's it. Okay, so let's move on to the next game. I thought there was still an Altaria, but I guess that went down earlier. But we're going to go ahead and see how the next game goes. So it's going to be Stunfisk, or the next round. Stunfisk versus Zangoose. So Zangoose, very nice pick. I mean, it does a lot of damage with Shadow Claw, Close Combat, and Night Slash. So let's see how this matchup goes. I actually don't know who wins this matchup. But going to go ahead and go for the Discharge. Zangoose is pretty squishy, so yeah, I can't really take those too well. So switching into Vigoroth, Zangoose actually just faints. I thought the opponent would switch, but it just absolutely faints. In comes Talonflame. You love to see it. Who doesn't love Talonflame? Gonna go ahead and go for the Body Slam. That Body Slam connects. And going to go ahead for another Body Slam. Now, Talonflame is really squishy, so I don't know if it could take this hit. Yep, going to go ahead and shield, not wanting to go down. So Talonflame is going for the charge attack. We do see a shield coming up from the Vigoroth. So going to be a Flame Charge. Okay, that will boost the attack of Talonflame. But another Body Slam comes out. Will the opponent commit the final shield on it? We don't know. Let's find out. Yep, they do commit the final shield, wanting to beat this Vigoroth. Going to be able to get to another Flame Charge. The Vigoroth is going to allow it to go down. So Flame Charge does connect. Boosting that attack again. I mean, okay, getting a little bit scary, but Malwax is resisting it. Can this Malwax farm down in time? Yes, it can. So that was like no Brave Bird. I mean, the Malwax still has a shield. In comes a Alolan Sandslash. This is horrible for Alolan Sandslash. So gonna go ahead and go for the Shadow Bone. And gets the defense drop. Not that it needed it. I mean, it's already double weak to Fire, right? Fire Spin. But going to go ahead and go for the Bone Club to KO the Malwax and take that game. Oh man, that was a crazy game. Okay, jumping into the next one. Let's see how the next one goes. Vigoroth versus Vigoroth. So we do see a mirror. So how are they going to play it? Let's find out. Going to go ahead and go for the Body Slam. It looks like the opponent may have snuck in a counter, which is not great. But we'll see what happens. Vigoroth is going to go ahead and shield. The opponent's Vigoroth farming up a lot of energy. Going for the Body Slam. Will we see a shield from the Vigoroth? No. Going to opt to take it. They cannot barely not get off that Body Slam. That's unfortunate. You got to bring in Stunfisk. You can't really bring in Dugon. So another charge attack coming through. Is this a Bulldoze? It's going to do super effective damage. If it is, yeah, going to be that Bulldoze. Stunfisk can take it, but it does a lot of damage. Not the greatest situation, but let's see how he plays it out. Going to go ahead and go for the Mud Bomb. This Mud Bomb is going to KO. And what is coming in? This is a really interesting game. Let's see what comes in. Gonna be, okay, Alolan Graveler going to be weak, though. Going to be weak to this Mud Bomb, and it doesn't really take it well at all. Look how squishy that is. That cannot take a hit. Well, I guess it's not necessarily that it's squishy, it's taking double super effective damage. Of course it's going to do a lot. So, and then farms down, and in comes Charizard. Talonflame, in comes Talonflame. You see that typing, and you just immediately think of Charizard, don't you? But, okay, can it get to another one? Oh no, it cannot get to another discharge. In comes Dewgong. Dewgong is probably going to go straight Water Pulse, but we'll have to see. Shield coming up. Going to be that Flame Charge. The attack is going to continue to boost on this Talonflame. Oh no, going for Icy Wind, not going for the Water Pulse, going for the neutral damage just to debuff first. Going to be able to debuff. I am curious. I feel like the Water Pulse would have definitely KO'd. And like the ice shards, but that's okay. That's okay. Brave Bird coming out. Oh man. Oh, still able to win, able to farm down thanks to that Brave Bird debuff. Oh man, that was a spicy game. Well played, well played. Okay, so next we see the Stunfisk versus Zangoose. This is still round 3. So Stunfisk going to be hit with a charge attack, probably definitely going to be that Night Slash. So Night Slash coming out. Stunfisk definitely going to be able to take it and fire back with a discharge, trying to hit for some pretty good neutral damage. Just one more and it's going to KO. Trying to get to it, but a charge attack comes out. Stunfisk is going to shield, probably shield and farm up extra energy. So going to shield a Night Slash. Yep, it farms up a little bit of extra energy, not too much. Going for the discharge. This discharge KOs. So Zangoose is gone, and out comes Alolan Sandslash. That's good for the Marowak in the back. Mud Bomb coming out, going to be super effective to the Alolan Sandslash. Will it decide to put up a shield? Yes, it does. So Sandslash is going to go ahead and throw the Ice Punch, right? Yeah, it's going to be Ice Punch. Ice Punch will KO, but now the Marowak can come in and just farm down. I mean, I think he just farmed down. You do have to watch out for Bulldoze. Out comes Talonflame. Okay, going to go ahead and farm up a lot of energy, going for the Shadow Bone. Now, Talonflame does resist Charm from Wigglytuff. Still going to add up in damage, though. We'll have to see. Charge attack coming out. Is it going to be a Brave Bird? Does the Marowak shield? They do shield, just going to be a Flame Charge. I would probably switch and save this Marowak. Yeah, going to farm up extra energy and switch to save the Marowak. That will be enough to knock out Talonflame because of how squishy it is. Out comes Sandslash. The charms are no joke. I mean, it's definitely adding up. Going to be an Ice Punch. Wigglytuff can take it. He's probably like, unfortunately, want Wigglytuff to go down so the Marowak can come in and farm down with Fire Spin, but that's okay. So going to be another Ice Punch. That KOs the Wigglytuff, and out comes Marowak. Going to go ahead and go for the Bone Club. Yeah, that's totally fine. Could have farmed down, but the shield comes out, and just going for back-to-back Bone Clubs. Might as well, right? Might as well finish with a charge move. This will KO the Alolan Marowak, and that will be a GG. So we're moving on to the final game. I believe he won every single game so far, right? So Stunfisk versus Frostlass. So here we go. Let's see how this matchup goes down. Let's give it up for the final round. Gonna be a discharge coming out from the Stunfisk. Stunfisk does have to watch out because it is weak to ice attacks, as we know, right? So it's taking a lot from Powder Snow, trying to catch the charge attack, but not able to do so. Now this could and probably is a Shadow Ball. Going to shield the correct Shadow Ball. Nice shield. Switching into Vigoroth. Very interesting switch, just because Alolan Marowak is resisting Counter and Body Slam, but at the same time, Vigoroth does double resist Shadow Ball and Shadow Bone. So the Fire Spins and Bone Clubs are still adding up, though, and the Bulldoze coming in from the Vigoroth does do a decent amount of damage. So we'll have to see how this plays out. It looks like the Marowak will be able to take this match, but the Vigoroth is going to go ahead and go for the charge attack. Yep, Bulldoze makes sense. Gonna go ahead and go for the Bone Club, not wanting that Vigoroth to get a Body Slam off. So this Bone Club will be shielded. Okay. So now Vigoroth does go ahead and go for the charge attack. This charge attack is definitely Body Slam. Will it be enough to KO? It is enough. Probably barely enough to KO. Okay, gonna bring in Stunfisk and look to maybe farm down. Able to do so. Nice play. I like it. So I didn't see what came in. I missed it. But the discharge is coming out. And I'll have to see what came in. Okay, going to be that Frostlass coming back in. And, able to go for the Avalanche. Stunfisk going to go ahead and shield, wanting to get off a discharge to KO the Frostlass. Able to do so, so this definitely KOs Frostlass. Frostlass pretty squishy, but still very powerful. So now in comes the Galvantula. The Frostlass did faint, and this Mud Bomb is coming out. Stunfisk does double resist electric attacks, so that's not good for the Volt Switch user. But in comes Vigoroth, and this Vigoroth does get to the body slam. No charge attack. Lunge will debuff it. It doesn't matter. This is a good game. Lunge is going to debuff it. Goes for the body slam. I don't know if this KOs now because of the debuff, but it's still going to... Yeah, I guess it does. Okay, so able to win that one. Still would have won anyway, even if it didn't debuff, but really well played. So next up, Vigoroth versus Frostlass. Okay, not good for the Vigoroth. It's a ghost type, so it does double resist counter. No, it's single resist counter because it's also an ice type, but it does double resist body slam. But at the end of the day, I mean, counter is still adding up, right? Look how much counter is doing. So going to go ahead and go straight Bulldoze. Definitely makes a lot of sense. No baiting here. The Frostlass may not shield. They do shield. Okay, able to shield that, and probably, okay, switching into Mawak. So this could be a Shadow Ball. It probably is, honestly. So going to go ahead and correctly shield the Shadow Ball and then switch into Alolan Graveler. So this Alolan Graveler is going to be hit with a Shadow Bone, but it's not enough to KO. It does a lot of damage, but still not enough to KO. Now, Bone Club is double super effective, so that may have been more energy efficient to just go for it. I'm not really sure, but either way, Stone Edge does come out from the Graveler to KO the Marowak. Not really the greatest situation, but in comes Stunfisk, and this Stunfisk is going to farm up extra energy. In fact, it might actually farm down because it's double resisting the electric moves. It resists Stone Edge, right? It resists Thunderbolt, should it have it. I think it has access to it. It resists Rock Blast, whatever other move set it has. Discharge coming out. Going to add up. Another Discharge coming out. Stunfisk is so good for this cup, guys. I am telling you. I'm definitely using this on my team. No doubt about it. Switching into Frostlass. Okay. Now in comes the Vigoroth. Vigoroth does unfortunately be hit with an Avalanche. Is this enough to KO? It is enough to KO. Might lose this game. We'll have to see. Discharge coming out. Does the opponent still have a shield? I'm not sure if they still have it. They do not have... Oh, they do have it, but they didn't use it. In comes Vigoroth. Vigoroth is going to go ahead and go for the body slam. This has got to be enough to KO. So... Okay, yeah, it is enough to KO. So losing that game, finally losing the game, but now we're going to go ahead and jump into the final game. Okay, so let's move on to the last game, see how it goes. But anyway, picking up a huge lead, switching into Vigoroth. What is this Marowak switching into? It's going to switch into that Wigglytuff. Wigglytuff, going to do quite a bit of damage. It's also taking neutral damage from the counters because it is a normal type, right? So it is a normal type, taking neutral damage, but the charge attack coming out. Is it going to be body slam? Definitely going to be, actually. So going to go ahead and shield that up and then charm down. 2, 3, 4. Barely able to charm down, just able to do so. And now the Graveler comes in. Going to go ahead and go straight Play Rough. It's neutral, going to do quite a bit of damage, but the Graveler does shield it up. And this Graveler is probably going to look to farm down. Yeah, going to be able to farm down, getting quite a bit of energy, to be honest with you. So what is coming in? It's probably going to be that Stunfisk, right? Yeah, going to be Stunfisk. And obviously Stunfisk does well against Graveler. And Marowak does well, or not Marowak does well against the Pokemon in the back, so going to be able to double resist those Rock Blast attacks. In comes Wigglytuff, able to catch it, which is nice for the opponent, but I don't think it matters because now you switch into this Alolan Marowak. And as I said, it is resisting Charm from Wigglytuff. So going to go ahead and just go Bone Clubs. Bone Club and Fire Spin both going to be neutral. So the damage definitely is there. It definitely is adding up. So another Bone Club coming out. So Bone Club is going to be shielded. Totally fine. And now this Marowak is maybe farming down. Might farm down. Charge attack coming through. Going to go ahead and shield this one up. Giving up the last shield to protect the Marowak. Which makes sense because now it's going to have a lot of energy. And it's going to be able to take out this Graveler. And definitely go ahead and check the tournament in the description down below if you want to get an idea of what trainers are running. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. See you in the next one. Have a good day. Bye.